Yo, so you seen people talking about breaking into tech, right? You see people talking about having these high paying entry level jobs, fully remote, unlimited PTO. They're doing this with no degree, no experience, and they're doing this in a matter of weeks. And you came here because you want to know, is this real? Well, guess what? You come to the right place. Getting to 2023, I was asking the exact same questions. What did I do? I took an online course that in less than 90 days took me from zero experience to being one of the most qualified candidates for the job that I've landed, and landed me a position that makes over $70,000 a year, fully remote with unlimited PTO. And me being the person I am, I want to share that with y'all. So listen, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 5 different online courses that you can take that can have you starting the entry level position in tech in a matter of weeks. And if you stick around to the end, I'll show you how to save some money while doing it. Now, let's get to it. Run my intro, please.
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to Cut the Tech. I am your host. I am your guide. I am your boy. I am Dre. My wife, my mother, and my grandmother, they call me Andre. But y'all, if you are not one of those 3 lovely women, don't call me Andre. So look, I know why you're here, right? You want to get into the tech world. You seeing people making money. You want to get to some of that tech money, right? But before we get into all that, I got to go through the preliminaries. Y'all know how we do on YouTube. If you're getting value from this, do me a favor, right? Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the little notification bell so you can stay up to date on what we're doing. Or don't. We don't care. Do what you want to do. You're grown. Do what you want to do with your YouTube experience. All right, cool. So why are we here? Listen, I was just like you. I was in your shoes. Beginning of this year, I was working 2 full-time 40-hour-a-week jobs. I was behind on my bills. I was behind on my dreams, behind on my goals, right? I was broke and I was broken. And so I started Cut the Tech just for people like you. So you can follow my journey so that you can see that it's possible as I walk through from that day to where I am right now. So I'm going to show you 5 positions that you can get into relatively quickly by taking a self-paced online course. And what we'll do as we go through these different things, I'll tell you what the positions do, right? Who's a good fit for them? How much demand is in the workplace? How much money they make at those positions, and how long is the course on average for you to be able to go from no experience to experienced and ready to go into the workforce. And what we'll do is we'll go in order of lowest entry level pay to highest entry level pay. Now, with that said, let's jump into the courses. Course number 1, information technology, also known as IT. Now you have multiple specialties that you can get into in IT. You got cybersecurity, cloud computing, networking, sales, all kind of different things, right? Now, in IT, you can either work externally with customers, or you can work internally with making sure that the company is functioning well, or you can do both, right? And so they work with technical issues. For example, if an employee is using a product or a software that the company has for them and that's functioning wrong, what you do is you'll put in a ticket. You might have heard about this at your position now. You put in a ticket that goes to IT. IT does all the back end work to figure out what the problem is and help you get through that. Now with IT, again, you can be doing that internally for the company, or you can be doing that with customers as they're running into issues with their product that they're using. This position is for people that have an interest in tech, but also love problem solving. And the beautiful thing about this is if you're the type of person who loves those things, but you also want to be able to pivot, like I said, there are different ways you can go in IT so you're never stuck. You don't have to stay in one area. You can always pivot to what you want to do next. Now, as far as demand, companies need qualified candidates because college doesn't train students for help desk. So there are multiple companies out here looking for some IT help, right? It's estimated at the time of this recording, there's over 200,000 open positions in the market. As far as pay goes, entry level is usually an average between 40 and 60K on your first position, depending on location. But the dope thing about IT is it tends to pay much higher than the average, the median salary being at 97K. And we're seeing students get through the course in about 4 to 12 weeks. Now, these are online self-paced courses. So if you're average, 4 to 12 weeks. If you're above average, you might do it faster, or you might move a little slower. Whatever you want to do, fit into your schedule to get it done. Course number 2, customer success. This person plays the role of bridge between the company and the customer. All right. So they make sure that the customer is getting their most out of their product. So for example, your company might sell a product to a customer, right? Especially if you're in tech and it's a software type of thing. So they've got the product now, they're using it. Well, you as a customer success agent would basically be the person who's their go-to interaction contact person for all their needs. You're crucial to them because the company wants to make sure that their customers continue to come back. This is going to reduce churn. Now, churn is basically a technical word of saying they don't want them to cancel their subscription. This is a good position for somebody who's getting the problem solving, but also into relationship building and managing. Now, is there demand for this position? Absolutely there is. Why? Because companies want to make sure that their customers continue to spend money, right? It's a known fact. We spend money with people we know, like, and trust. And so if you've built a relationship with a customer, you've been good to them, they've had a great experience, but when their renewal is up, more than likely they're going to come back to you, right? Because you've built that relationship and you've done your job as a customer success rep. In the marketplace right now, on the customer success side, it's estimated to be about 50,000 positions available right now. Now, as far as the pay goes, entry level, you're looking at about 50,000 annually, and it's not unusual to do over 100K in subsequent years. In fact, large companies, customer success professionals can do over 150,000. One thing we're seeing as far as time that it takes for people to get through the course is usually taking anywhere from 10 to 16 weeks. Course number 3. This is human resources, HR. And this isn't just in tech, but it's a very similar role to customer success. Instead of you being the bridge between the customer and the company, now you're being the bridge between the company and the employees. Employees want to make sure that they're having a pleasant experience, right, at work. And so they want to feel seen, they want to feel heard, they want their needs met, they want to see maximum value from the workplace environment. And so if you're somebody who's a problem solver and a relationship builder and a relationship manager, this might be a good place for you because you get to play liaison between the company and the employees. As far as demand, this is probably the one that has some of the most demand because it's beyond tech. You can use this at anything. All employees need to make sure that their employees feel welcome, safe, and valued. All right. So that helps them to build a loyal team culture. And the best companies, they make their employees feel like they're a family, right? Those are the companies that you see winning the awards for best place to work for the past 10 years. So in HR, there's so many different lanes that you could do. You could do anything from HR admin to recruiter to a generalist, all the way up to where you're seeing people who are chief HR officers. Estimated right now is over 400,000 positions available. All right. And so what is the pay like? Entry level is about 50,000. Again, kind of like customer success, but it's not unusual to do over 100,000 within subsequent years. And you also see chief HR officers making anywhere from 150,000 up to 300,000. How long does it take for people to usually get through the course? Anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks. So again, if you're a problem solver and you good with managing people and relationships, that might be one for you. Course number 4. UI and UX. These are the people that design the layouts and the functionality of websites and the apps, right? This is where problem solving meets art. You're basically marrying creativity and technology. So you make sure that a customer has an online experience that runs smoothly, efficiently, is intuitive, and looks dope. This is for the person that is artistic, creative, but also collaborative and likes problem solving. Like, so if you're somebody who has a background into something like maybe interior design or arts or fashion, this might be a way for you to be able to transition into tech. Now, as far as demand goes, I don't know if y'all have been paying attention, but all companies are starting to be tech companies. And this is what I mean by it. All companies need a good online presence. I don't care what sector you're in, whether it's tech, whether it's healthcare, finance, to clothing companies. You want to make sure that your experience that your customers are having online is an experience that is smooth, intuitive, and easy and looks good. And they're just able to spend their money without any kind of problems. And so with that being the case, having an expertise in UI UX can open up a ton of opportunities. Now, as far as estimated positions online right now, this is the most competitive. All right. There's estimated to be about 10,000 jobs available right now. Now, as far as pay goes, entry level, you're going to see 70,000, right? And it's not uncommon to make over 120,000 in subsequent years. In fact, you're seeing people like chief product officers and chief design officers, these are higher ups in their position, making anywhere from 175 to 375,000 a year. Now, this class takes about 12 to 18 weeks to get through on average. So if you've got that kind of desire and that kind of time, and that's what you want to go into, go for it. Now, the fifth and final course we're going to talk about today is my favorite because it's the one that I'm a part of. It's the course I took. Tech sales, also known as SDRs or BDRs or sales development representatives, business development representatives. Those two words are interchangeable. And then moving up to the position of AE. These are the salespeople. All right. As an entry level, you'll be an SDR or a BDR. Your job is to do pre-sales. So you're not actually closing the deals. Your job is just to identify qualified leads, to prospect them, then get in contact with them, get to know what their problems are, uncover their problems, and then set up a meeting between them and your account executive. Basically, your job is to keep the pipeline full. All right. So the account executive is the person that kind of works alongside of you. They're the closer, right? Their job is to do the discovery, to do the pitch, and then to close the deals. Now, is there demand for this position? You're doggone right it is. And there always will be. Why? Because companies' bottom line is to make money, right? Nobody's out here working for free. So SDRs and BDRs are the lifeblood of these companies because they keep the sales funnel full. As long as there's people inside the funnel who are qualified and able to buy, that means your company has somebody to sell something to. And then the AEs, they just come along and they do the job of bringing home the money. All right. And so every company needs to have a good sales team so that they can sell their product. And another benefit of this is out of all these positions we talked about, this one probably has the most quote unquote job security. Now, we all know job security is not real, right? I just got laid off from a sales job not too long ago, right before I got into tech. And so we all know job security is not real. But in a world full of layoffs, when it comes to companies actually laying off employees, the last people they want to lay off is the people that are that close to the money, the ones who bring the money in, right? Especially if you're performing. And that's what these courses are going to teach you how to do, is how to be a great performer at the position once you get into it. As far as pay goes, entry level as an SDR or BDR is about $70,000 between your salary and your on target earnings. And there's a high upside because it's commission based. Anything above your on target earnings, you can continue to make. So I know SDRs that make well over $150,000 a year. Now, AEs or account executives, their starting pay is around $100,000 to $120,000, and then they can make up to buku money. I know some AEs that make $500,000 a year from their position. The trajectory of this career path is you can go from an SDR, BDR to an AE, and then you also see some of these people go to be VPs of sales, and also some go on to be CEOs. See, one of the benefits of being a salesperson is having sales as a background is one of the things that's pretty crucial to most people who are successful in entrepreneurship. So if you have dreams of doing something outside of your job or growing something outside of your job, being able to sell is a great benefit for you in growing that business. So look, I told you what the 5 courses are, right? Now here's the question. Where can I take the course? Well, y'all know me. CourseCareers. Y'all know me. I'm a CourseCareers graduate. I'm a CourseCareers alumni, and CourseCareers has an option to do every one of these classes, just depending on whatever you want to do to break into tech. And here's what CourseCareers is going to do. It's going to be self-paced, right? So you get to choose when you do this and how fast you get through it. But they're going to teach you all the necessary skills needed to do the job. Then they're also going to teach you how to get your LinkedIn to look professional and appealing to the recruiters. They're also going to help you with your resume and making sure that's tailor fit for the job that you're trying to get into. They're also going to teach you how to interview, what questions to look for in the interview, how to answer the questions in the interview. They'll even teach you what questions to ask inside of the interview. Ultimately, by the time you finish CourseCareers, they are going to make you into the perfect candidate fit for those particular jobs that you're looking for. There may be somebody that applies for that job and they've done sales in the past, they haven't done SDR work. Those recruiters will look at their resume and say, hey, this person's got 10 years of sales experience. But then they'll look at yours and say, oh, but this person has done CourseCareers and they do this, and that is exactly what we're looking for. That is what CourseCareers is going to do for you. Now, they also offer coaching if you need some extra help, right? Now, here's the dope thing. All the coaches are former students that have graduated and landed positions in the field. So you're learning from people that were recently in your shoes and are currently doing the job on a day-to-day basis. And shameless plug, I am a coach on the tech sales side. So if you do tech sales, you decide you want to do this and you need some coaching, holla at your boy, Coach Dre. I got you. Now, here's the best part about CourseCareers. It's not going to cost you thousands of dollars. It's not even going to cost you $1,000. It's only $500 for you to be able to take any one of these classes. And they even make it easier because they have installment plans for you to be able to break that up over a couple different payments. But to make it even better, if you use my referral link down below, right, the one that says cut the 50 at the end, because you're part of the Cut the Tech family and I sent you, they're gonna take $50 off of it for you. So we want to make sure that you can get in here, get your feet wet, and get into the whole process and breaking into tech without breaking your pockets. Also, if you use my link below, it helps the channel. I have people ask me all the time, Dre, do you get a kickback or something like that, like some kind of affiliation program or something like for being part of CourseCareers? Yeah. I mean, what did you think I was gonna say, right? Like, y'all know my motto, don't play me, pay me. I'm here to get all my money. But I'm also here to help y'all. So y'all go and save that $50. And if you want to help support the channel, please do. Now that you've got these 5 different things, understand this. My whole point of starting this channel was this. I wanted to go over here and see if it was real, right? You go back and watch my very first video, see at the very end of it, and I say at the end of all my videos, I'm going over here to see if it's some money in the tech field. Well, guess what? There's some money in the tech field. And what I did was I came back and I gave you 5 different ways that you can go and get some of this money in the tech field. So listen, go do what you have to do to get involved, get inside the tech field so that you can go tell these tech companies our motto. And our motto is this: don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech. You heard?
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.